Hi everyone, today I'm going to be making dosa, idli, and uttapam batter. These are available. You can get idli batter, uttapam batter, dosa batter ready-made at the shops, and actually most restaurants use them, so they are good. If you do so yourself, you will still get good idlis and dosas. But if you want the real fantastic stuff, what I really like to serve, you need to make a fermented batter, which is what I'm going to be doing today. Now, be warned, this takes about 32 to 36 hours to complete, because after we do all the blending, and there's a lot of blending going on here, you have to let it ferment for a good 24 hours. So I'll be explaining how that's all going to be done after we get to the blending part. But first of all, I'm going to show you what we've got here. Now, the majority of what's in this, and as you can see, I've got it all soaking. It's been soaking there for a good 8 hours. Okay, and what it is broken basmati rice. You can buy broken basmati rice, believe it or not, in case you never have, and that gives it a much better texture than batter, a nicer texture, and it makes it crispier. Now, if you can't find broken basmati rice, use normal basmati rice. It's fine, but this is just harvested rice that's been broken before it went to being packaged, and then they decided to package it up and sell it as broken, and it's good for this. Then we have white urad dal. Just little urad dals are washed white. If you've ever seen urad dal, you'll know that a lot of times it starts out as a black round dal lentil, and these are just split down the middle and washed to make them white. And then we got here some fenugreek. All right, so that's what that is. Measurements for this batch I'm doing right now, which is going to be enough to serve, we'll make about 10 doses and quite a few idlis, quite a few more actually. I've got 600 grams of the broken basmati rice, 150 grams of the urad dal, and a generous tablespoon of the fenugreek seeds. And they are just soaking, and I'm going to then blend them after I've let the water out and washed it a few more times. We'll start blending. I'm really excited about showing you this recipe because one of the things I've just written this book, The Curry Guy Easy, and one of the things, I couldn't leave this out of the book, and a lot of people might say, well, that's not easy. Well, believe me, it is, and I want to show you how it's done today, so you can see exactly what goes into it, and it'll make it a little bit more less mysterious for you when you get started. Hopefully, you can watch this video along the way. So we'll get back and we'll start blending in just a sec. All right, so we've got all the lentils and rice and the fenugreek. It's been I've just drained that all the water out, and I've actually started making some of the batter, and I'll continue on right now so you can see how it's done. I'm going to use about another third of this. I've used a third in the first batch. I'll just use as much as I can here. I'm going to pour some water in. Now, I originally started with 600 milliliters of water. I'm going to pour a little bit more in on top of that. So not all of it. We want to have a little bit left for the last batch. Put that on the top. Yeah, looks right. And then we'll put it on top here. Now, these batches, it depends on your blender. If you have a really, like my old blender, you might have to blend this for about 4 minutes until it's finished. With this machine, it takes me about 2 minutes, 2.5 minutes, and I've used some of the commercial ones, the nice big commercial blenders, and you can get it done very, very quickly. But this is going to take me about 2 minutes per batch. And we'll just go right here and... All right, so that's been about 2 minutes on there. And I'm just going to check it. Should feel a bit sandy, just slightly sandy when you rub between your fingers. Very smooth like that. I said smoothie. It looks like a smoothie. That's why. It's a banana smoothie. That's how thick it should be. I'm just going to finish this up. As soon as I finish this up, I'm going to start letting it. I'll give you the instructions on how to let it ferment overnight. Then we're going to be making some dosas and idlis. All right, so the last batch is done. Like I say, 600 milliliters of water is all I used. And when it's finished like this, it's a nice thick pouring consistency. And it will look a lot different tomorrow because it's going to bubble up and ferment overnight. Now what I do is to give it a little bit of a kickstart, I add about just under a tablespoon of sugar. Stir that in really well. In the summer months, I find a really hot cover, like just an airing cover or something like that, and that works fine for fermenting. But during the winter, and this is winter right now, I usually just start my oven and I just turn the light on. So it just gives a little bit more heat. It's not you know, you don't have to fiddle with the dials or anything like that. Just turn the light on. That tends to give it to heat up the oven. I cover it with some plastic, and that allows it to ferment. And then tomorrow we're going to be making dosas. So stay tuned. All right, so the time has come. I've had this dosa batter sitting in my oven overnight. I just turned the light on, so it just feels like a warm spring summer day. So it wasn't really hot in there, it was just nice and kind of stuffy, really. And as you can see here, we've now got a thick, look at the difference from the way it was yesterday, a thick batter. And that is going to be perfect for making dosas, idlis, uttapams. I've got all these recipes coming for you. I'm going to add a little tiny bit of salt, probably about a tablespoon. Salt can always be added later you know, to the finished dish. So I don't usually add a lot, but it's nice to have a little bit of salt in the batter. And yeah, thank you very much. It's really easy to make, folks, so go ahead and give it a try. And once you do give it a try, make sure you watch my dosa and idli and uttapam videos so you can make some of those yourself. Very easy. You may not think so. There are some, it does take some practice for the dosas, but you'll get there. And thank you very much for watching. Please subscribe to my channel and hope to see you next time.